Hello Nigerians, good evening and welcome to my channel. I've been away for a while. Yes, I was a little bit challenged. I had some accidents and I thank God for healing. This evening I want us to look at the WIKE situation. There are things but before I go on, let me thank all of you, everybody that has subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate you. I do see you. Your subscriptions mean a lot to me. It makes me see you as engaging with governance. It makes me see you as interested in what is happening in our country. Because here, we are passionate about a country that works. We are very passionate about Nigeria. It's my sleeping and waking thoughts. I imagine a Nigeria where what we have is what we see in other places where Nigerians run to. And why it is much more heartbreaking is that Nigeria has that capacity. Say, you get difference, they say, get them. You can't worry, say, may you get them. And say you get them, you are still living in lack. You are still disadvantaged. And when you look at the situation critically, you discover that it's not because it's spiritual, like some people will say.
Clear to us that the problems our nation is facing is more than political. That our problem will require quite a bit of spiritual solution.
It's not because it cannot be done. It's simply because the people whom we have trusted, given the powers, don't understand their roles. They don't understand what is at stake. They don't understand that they are navigating our lives and they are the reasons we're where we are. And one other thing that makes it more frustrating is that we are all born free citizens. What does that mean? That's the same way those in power were one day born by somebody and they grew up maybe not knowing that they will find themselves in power. It's the same way another person whom their decisions are affecting was given birth to, meaning that we all have equal rights, equal opportunities, equal exposures, equal stake. Equal, how do I put it? We are conditioned the same. But because we give them power and they are abusing it, they become much more privileged than every other person. And when we tell them that this is not the right thing to do, they misunderstand us. They now use the powers we give them against us. So when I sleep and wake up each day and discover that a country that is enormously blessed, it's not maximizing that potential, not maximizing that ability to make life very interesting for its people, it's frustrating. It's much more frustrating because someone can decide to turn a new leaf for things to get better, and they are not doing that. And they are not doing that for things to get better. Someone needs to turn a new leaf, or who is doing that? Sometimes I also sit down and wonder, what is the job of these people? As in, how do they wake up? How do they dress to work? With what mindset do they go to work? And what do they do when they actually get to? That's year in, year out. We are faced with the same situation. And nobody is making it a state of emergency to say, we are going to be following this matter, monitoring it each day until we start seeing improvements. You need to see how developed countries solve their problems as fast as possible. If they start doing a road, it's a matter of priority because they know that we halted some things. We are affecting the quality of life of our people who we are representing. And we have to get this thing done as fast as possible. They have a timeline. They follow through those timelines and get those things done. But in our country, it's like it doesn't matter. We're doing you a favor after all. And anything you see, just manage. It doesn't have to be so. Sorry, I'm diverting a little bit. It just shows you the passion in my heart. What I wanted to actually talk about this evening is WIKE, the WIKE situation. But my intro, because of my passion, is already taking me away from that. And I started all these preambles just to thank you. Because your being here means that you understand our passion, that you understand my passion. My passion is to wake up one day and see the quality of life of a Nigerian at the same level with its counterparts in other working countries. My passion is to see our country maximize every little thing it has to the benefits of our people. That our children wouldn't have to any longer face the things we faced. Some of us are not who we should have been, simply because we find ourselves in our country. Some of us have our lives navigated differently because the country controlled our flourishing. I'm diverting yet again, but thank you for being here, your subscriptions, your comments, your engagements. I really do appreciate and I respect you a lot. I believe that as we keep putting our hands together, we will one day get the results we're seeking. I have a feeling that if we can pull through this time, they say it's always darkest before the dawn. If we can put up this fight, sustain it, bear all the brunt, all the pain we need to bear, we will smile for it. Our salvation is nearer than when we first believed. It's no longer as far as it used to be. We are stepping, we are moving. Today, let's look at WIKE. You know, it can only take impunity for somebody in power to do some of the things.
Anywhere you see them say they are finished.
Most of the things he's doing.
And let me assure all of you, not while we live, not while we live, anybody will take away the structure of PDP from us. Not while we live. And let me tell people, I hear that there are some governors, there are some governors who say they will take away the structure and give back to somebody. I pity those governors because I'll put fire in their state. Simply because I hear they got some money for this signature bonus. And so their heads are getting big. That you put hand in my own state. Prepare. Because I have the capacity. I have the capacity to also do the same thing in your own state. Whether you are from Bauchi, I don't give a damn. Whichever state you come from, as far as I know that you are trying to put yourself in River State, your hand will get burnt. And you will never sleep in your state. You will never do governance again, you will see political crisis. As far as PDP is concerned. So I've told them, now you have started. When I will start, don't say I'm the one that destroyed PDP. You are the one that are trying to destroy PDP.
Somebody wants to be the leader of a party in his state, but he is supporting another party. He is in the leadership of another party. A clear description of what we call PDAPC. But as far as we know, these are different parties that have different nomenclature, different identity or character, but they have different nomenclature, meaning that they want us to understand them as different parties, as APC and as PDP. Now, WIKE is in another party's government. People can argue that he's an appointee, but the position he's occupying was given to him by another party. He has been doing a lot of anti-party activities, fought against his party, rubbished everything they did because of a personal ambition. And we're not seeing him as somebody that should not taste power. There are many people that should not taste power in our country because the only thing they are doing is to use that power to do wrong. Why would WIKE make this kind of statement to put fire in another state? To show you that politicians have been our greatest problem. It takes having power to be able to destabilize a country, a state, a town, a local government. That is why certain people should not taste power. In my previous video, I said that power in the hands of the wrong person is a time bomb. That person becomes more dangerous than a suicide bomb. For months now, River State has not experienced peace, has not moved further or forward because of one person. And yet, we are not seeing it as a problem to remove such elements. Our government is not seeing it as a problem that people like this cannot be in power. In fact, they see them as formidable tools because the only reason WIKE finds himself in this administration is because he's a rascal and treacherous, because that's all it takes for you to be in Tinubu's administration. The ability to undo, the ability to cut corners and not follow the due process or the right approach. So this man is threatening many states in Nigeria and no government is seeing it, no government official is seeing it as it. He has been emboldened. It can only take the Abuja politics for WIKE to sound so convincingly arrogant and threatening Nigerians. Now he didn't only talk for himself. He threatened to put fire in most PDP states. PDP has several states under its watch. And somebody who is claiming to be in the top echelons of the workings of PDP is making this kind of statement, and the security operatives have not seen it as something to be worried about, something to call him to order over. Yet, when hungry Nigerians go to the streets to protest, they say they are causing anarchy, they are overthrowing governments, they are treasonable, and they are kept behind bars. Those people only asked for things to work normally, for people like WIKE to do their job, for Mr. President to review his decisions, because they are affecting us. People that are larger than life, like WIKE, says over his dead body, not when they leave will anybody take the structures they have built. Structure again. Structure, 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 structure. The Abuja politics. What will give WIKE the audacity to make these statements? As far as we know, he is no longer a governor in Rivers State. He is now in the FCT. He is no longer the governor of Rivers State. And the only thing that can give him that consolation is the courts. What can he do? Ordinarily, what will WIKE do? Let's even know. What will WIKE do? What will he do? Mobilize, touts, and talks the way they do. But if our security operatives are working, he will not succeed. What else can he do? The courts. This is why we are very much interested in the Supreme Court. Because what those in Abuja do, because they don't have foot in their states, what they do is to use the Supreme Court to overturn anything in states. How else will WIKE put fire in states other than the Supreme Court? We have watched the leadership change in the Supreme Court, and the new leadership has also been indicted in cases like this, in the Uzodinma case. But they have sung her praise. They have sung the praise of the new Chief Justice of the Federation. We want to see whether we can be faulted to believe that she will do her job without fear or favors. But I want to believe that the courts, our judiciary, sees these things. We don't have to think for them. They know what's good. They know what the law says in most cases. But it seems that Nigeria has a different practice altogether in these legal institutions or journey, where they have a hybrid model of legal representation. I don't know how to put it, but I want to believe you understand what I mean. Because most times when they come up with their methods, you wonder if this is law.